Hello everyone, welcome to Learn with Obina. In this short video, we're going to learn how to get started with SPSS. As we all know, SPSS is the special package for social sciences. We know what they are used for. So now, as you can see, the SPSS has two views or interface. The first view, which we are seeing right here, that's like a spreadsheet like that of Excel, is the data view. And we also have another face or view, which is the variable view. So what's their difference? The variable view is where you input your variables, describe your variables, what kind of variable they are. While the data view is where you input values to those variables you've created. So let's be practical. The variable view, we have the name, we have the type, width, decimal, label, values, missing, columns, align, measure, and row. The name is it allows you to give that variable a name which you can use to identify it, the variable. So for instance, we use gender. As a name of this for this variable. So now gender, what type of variable is gender? That's what this type allows you to do. It allows you to give the variable a type, to explain the variable, the type of variable that it is. And as you can see here, we have numeric, comma, dot, scientific notification, date, dollar, custom, currency, string, and restricted numeric. But in most analysis that we carry out, what we use is the numeric variable and the string variable. Now the numeric variable are for continuous, is similar as continuous variables that their values are numbers, like from 0 to 100, like that. So we use, normally gender is a string variable. Yes, gender is a string variable, but we use numeric. We make it numeric variable because we give it values. We use a numeric value to assign to them, because yes, you know, gender is a categorical variable. All right, so width now allows you to give a number, the number of characters that each row, each column should carry. The number of characters each column should carry. That's what the width allows you to do. Then the decimals. The decimals allows you to give each values that you have, value of the variable you are using, then the decimal places. Maybe you want the values to be in 1 decimal place, 2 decimal place, 3 decimal place, like that. You fix it. But for it now, I want to use the 0, don't want any decimal places. Then the label allows you to describe what the variable is, because this name here, you just give it a name and you are not allowed to use numbers or special characters or space in the variable name. So now the label allows you to explain what that variable is all about. It allows you to explain what the variable is all about. So here I can say that, oh, this gender here is gender of students. You see, you can't write this in the name of the variable, because you are not allowed to do that. You are not allowed to give space. You are not allowed to use special characters. You are not allowed to use numbers. So you do all that here in the label. The label labels the variable. It describes, it explains the variable in detail. Then the value, like I said earlier, the values here is where you assign numeric values to a string variable that are most times categorical variables. There are some analyses you carry out, and if your categorical variables don't have values, if you don't assign values to them, it will be difficult for you to carry out that analysis. So this allows you to give values, numeric values, to your categorical variable that is also a string. So here now in gender we have male and female. So I can decide to use 1 for male. Depends on which one I want to use though. Then I add. Then I can decide to use 2 for female. Then I add. This is just an example of a categorical variable. We have other categorical variables where you might have educational level. Maybe you have college, tertiary, and primary education, like that. So here now we are using 1 for male and 2 for female. When you're done, you click OK. Then here the missing allows you to indicate how to describe or determine missing values. Maybe you imported a data from Excel and you discover that some variables have missing values. So what do you do about that? The missing allows you to either use discrete missing values or no missing values, but we use discrete missing values. Then here you can now fix in the values you want to fill in those missing values that you've got from your data. So the column allows you to expand or contract the size of your column. For instance, if you fix your column to size 8 and the width, the character you are inputting in is like 12 characters, it will truncate those characters until maybe you increase the size of your column to 12 also. Then the character will show completely. Then the assign allows you to specify where the characters should start from, either from the right, the left, or the center. Then the measure, you know, every variable has its measure. We have the scale, the ordinal, and the nominal. And we know the scale is mainly for continuous variables that are numeric, like this, numeric. But in gender, the ordinal is used for variables that have ranks. Maybe you have veteran, professional, like that, novice. You use ordinal for variables like that. Then nominal variables and variables that don't concern ranks, they are just there, like male, female, like that. So in this example we use nominal because gender's measure is nominal. Then for role, most times we use input or none, but for this tutorial we use input. Alright, let's just add one other variable. Let's say age. Age is talking about numbers, right? It's a continuous variable, so the string should be left at, the type should be left at numeric. We want 0 we don't want any decimal places. Then the label, which describes the variable, let's say is the age of students. Then the values, we can't assign values to this, so we'll leave it at none. Then missing, no missing for this example. We can leave the align to be there, right. Then the measure is scale. All right, so now this is what we do in the variable view. We try to create our variables, the type, the width, to give it values, and the measure. So now we switch to the data view. Now we have created our variable. Now is the time for input. Maybe you have your questionnaire, you want to start imputing the values you've gotten from participants. So now let's say we have one male, female here, female, like that, like that, like that. So this is what you do in the data view. You just impute the values in the data view like that, like that. So that's just what the data view allows you to do. All right, so that's the difference between the data view and the variable view, and that's how to get started on SPSS. To get more of explanatory videos like this, click the subscribe button, like, share and comment. Thank you.